Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As promised, it's time for another oil change on this 2200i generator from Generac. Stay tuned. Okay, so I think I have everything I need here. Big giant syringe, rubber hose, a ¼ 5W30 full synthetic oil, a mustard container, Phillips screwdriver, rubber gloves, and some shop towels. Got this nice syringe. Somebody had an idea to suck all the oil out instead of trying to dump it into a pan. I'm going to give that a shot. Put the hose on here. This ought to be interesting. All right, let's see. I'm going to take off this side panel. Push from the inside. Here's our oil filler cap. All right, this hose is a little bit long. Let's see what happens. I might cut this hose. Insert the hose into the bottom of the crankcase. It's actually leaning a little bit towards me, so that's good. Let's see if we can make this show up on it. So in theory, we should be able to suck the oil right out of there. So far, so good. Well, what do you know? This looks like a much neater way of doing things, as opposed to spilling it all over the place. Let's see if it all comes out. It's a little bit hard to pull, but it's going. Here comes the bubbles. See it? Hope you can see those bubbles. It's getting the last of it. I feel like there should be more in there though. That's what we got. All right, so that worked. Let's see if we could dump this and get the rest of it out. We'll give it another, draw some more out of it. That's it. I feel like there's no more oil in this thing. So we got about 200 cc's out of this. I'm going to convert that to ounces. I guess that was easy, huh? All right. This machine holds exactly 11.5 ounces of oil. And it turns out that this mustard container is exactly 11.5 ounces. So we're going to use this as a measuring cup. Fill this up with some fresh 5W30 oil. I chose Pennzoil today. And I'm just gonna squirt it all in. It's just about there. I'm going to go ahead and put it all, just give it a little tilt. That was all of it. She's empty. And we're going to see, there's our line right there. It's pretty much right there. I don't want to tilt it too much because it is on an angle. I'm going to put our cover back on. The oil that I just took out of this machine only had about 30 hours on it, so we're back on track with normal maintenance. I'm going to drain the gas out of this thing and it'll sit for the winter. Okay, so with that oil change and proving that the machine does use some oil, hence the low oil cutoff switch, I thought I'd change the spark plug. So what I want you to know is, if you do decide to buy this machine, the spark plug socket that comes with this machine, don't lose it or throw it away, because even though you think you could get in there with a regular standard 13/16 socket, you can't, and I'll show you why. The spark plug right in there is a little off center, so when you go to put a regular standard socket on there, if you can see, it barely fits. It barely fits in there, and you can't get a grip on the spark plug squarely because the spark plug is more tilted in an upright angle. I was able to get it done, but it did feel very uncomfortable when I was turning the ratchet, fearing that I might damage the threads. So just a quick note that I wanted to make you guys aware of. So on a side note, being how this thing, we know it definitely uses some oil, hence the reason for the low oil cutoff switch, I thought I'd take a look at the spark plug. And the spark plug, for the amount of time it has on it, doesn't look terrible. The gap on this plug is supposed to be between 26 and 28 thousandths of an inch. So this gauge is 26 thousandths of an inch for this field gauge. I thought I'd just take a look and see where it is, and it's pretty much right in there. It hardly wore at all. This plug is not in bad shape. It's not oil fouled at all. It's just normal wear and tear. It looks pretty good. You know, back in the day, you could clean these things up. I'm definitely going to get a replacement, but for now, what you can do with these things, you could clean them up a little bit. You never want to just put them on a wire wheel and try and clean it up, because that will leave little pieces of wire inside there, and that could cause to foul out the plug. So you don't want to do that. But maybe just a little, you know, with a soft brass brush, you can clean it up a little bit. You could see this is in really good shape, actually. If you look at the electrode, there is a slight bit of wear on it. So what I could do is I could take a little piece of 1000 grit emery cloth and just go in there, clean it up a little bit just to clean up the contacts. Turn it that way. I'm going to check the gap. So what you want to do with a spark plug is, if the gap is between 26 and 28, you want to gap it to the closer side. That way, as the plug wears, what's going to happen, that little electrode in there is going to get worn away, right? So I'm just looking to see where I'm at here. I mean, it's a 25. It's a little on the loose side. This is 26. I'm right in there at 26. So this plug is in good shape. I'm not even going to try and adjust the gap any further, but that's what you would do if you were going to reuse the old spark plug. For now, I'm going to put this one back in. I did want to get the number off of this one. That's why I took it out in the first place. Some no-name brand. Torch E6RTC. I'm going to go to my local lawnmower shop and get something comparable, put it in there. So that's that. So again, make sure that you do not lose the little T-handle socket wrench that comes with this machine. Mine is 5 hours away up in the mountains. Alright, so that's all there is to it, really. It was quick and easy. I like the idea of the mustard container. I think that's going to be a keeper. I'm going to use that for a measuring cup. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, why not give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We'll see you on the next one.